Taking a look today at the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. So the Paramilitary 2 was first released back in 2010, and that's around the time I got this one. This is one of the older ones in S30V steel, and this one is wearing some metonboss aluminum aftermarket scales. These generally will have a 4-position option for the pocket clip, but these aftermarket scales just have a tip-up right-hand carry. So this has a 3.5-inch blade and about 8.25-inch overall length, and it's got some very good ergos. You can easily get a full 4-finger grip here and even have a spot to choke up with there. Nice forward finger choil, excellent ramp with some jimping for the thumb there as well, and a very nice distal taper. So this knife has probably been one of my most carried and used knives. I've had it for coming on 15 years, and we can see with that wide belly that it has been sharpened a good bit, because this is still only about 15.5, 16 degrees. It's just so much material has been removed from sharpenings that the thickness behind the edge is starting to get high, so we've got that wide secondary bevel to keep that angle lower. And while this isn't the first knife that used the compression lock, I think this is the one that really opened most people's eyes to it. Spyderco is, of course, a very popular brand before the Paramilitary 2, but I think it really took them to the next level. It was the knife that put them on the radar for me and was my first Spyderco knife. And now they may be one of my favorite brands. Here's just a few of my Spyderco knives, but I think different brands, of course, have different things to bring to the table. Spyderco has its good and its not so good as well. If you've had a few Spyderco knives, you know, the bevels might not always be so even, and there's little quirks like that they tend to have. Lack of sharpening choil or some funky grinds around that choil area as well. They're not perfect, but they are certainly one of my favorites, especially the things that they do with steel and development and the contributions that they've made to the knife community. I think the Paramilitary 2 might be available and have been released in more different blade steels than any other knife. That could be wrong, but if anybody knows any better, let me know. But what is the knife that you've carried and used the most? Let me know. Thank you for watching.